Okay, guys, welcome to Animation. So today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So usually I put out like AMVs, short clips, and some other stuff, all anime related. But what I'm looking to do today is I'm going to be talking about an anime that kind of took me back just a couple of years back, 2 years ago, I came across an anime called Steins, and the anime was absolutely amazing. Like the anime was, it was mind blowing. Like it was just good. Let's just leave it at that. It was really good. And I'm sure like a couple of you, most of you would have heard of the anime Tokyo Revengers. So now Tokyo Revengers is like it's a really good anime. It's an ongoing anime series at the time of this recording, and it's been getting quite a bit of good reviews. It's looking good. The art is great. The storyline is okay. I'm hearing some news here and there that it's the ratings are kind of dwindling, but I stopped at episode 13, and that's kind of like where I'm headed at for this video right here. So I don't give you guys too much spoilers. You get what I mean? Thumbs up to me for that. Yeah, so I'm going to be talking about how Tokyo Revengers took some ideas from Steins Gate. So now, as I said, like Steins Gate was an absolute banger. Steins Gate was amazing. It was awesome. It was basically one of the best animes I've seen. Excluding Naruto because Naruto is in a category of its own. But Steins Gate was great, and I loved how they mess with your mind. It's just completely different. But this video is not about how great Steins Gate is. It's how Tokyo Revengers kind of took some ideas from Steins Gate. And it's just basically one fundamental idea that I'll get in. But before that, let me just give you like a bit of background story on what Steins Gate is about. So Steins Gate is it's centered around a self-proclaimed mad scientist by the name of Rintaro Okabe, who rents a room in an old building in Akihabara where he conducts some scientific experiments with his childhood buddy Itaru. He basically goes by the name Daru, and then there's a friend there, Miss Mayu. Yeah, she's kind of a major character there as well. And just not to give you a bit of spoilers, basically it's centered around like time travel and how if you mess with time, kind of like the butterfly effect, a slight change in the past can bring up drastic change in the future. And like the whole structure of time in the anime was amazing. It was complex and it was understandable kind of at the same time, but more towards the complex end. But basically it's you try to prevent something, you go in the past, try to prevent something, only to find out that the universe finds a way of letting what was destined to happen to still happen. And that's kind of like what was drawn into Tokyo Revengers. Like, because if you see the whole premise around season 1 or the first couple of episodes in Tokyo Revengers was that the guy went back in time trying to save this particular girl, and he was doing all that he could. They were trying to find out the root cause, trying to more or less manipulate the butterfly effect. Oh, if this was the person who was the ultimate reason for her passing away, if they try and get him out of the picture, or if they try and get him to change, that way she wouldn't have passed away. And they did accomplish that. They did pretty much get to where they wanted to be. But the whole thing with Steins Gate and how it messes with your mind, that even though you do get what you want, it's at a cost, and usually it's at the exact same cost, just at a different time. So I don't want to spoil Steins Gate for you, because you absolutely have to watch Steins Gate if you haven't watched it yet. It's absolutely the best anime I've ever seen. I know some people will criticize me for that, but like for me, it's the best anime I've ever seen. If you have a different opinion on that, you could surely drop a comment for the best anime you've ever seen, and I could probably do a review on that as well. But in regards to this one, that's pretty much the premise of the situation. And at the end of season 1, okay, there's a spoiler about to come on, so if you haven't watched Tokyo Revengers yet, you could cut it here, or I'll put a timestamp below. You can go right now, click it, it will get to after the spoiler. Yeah, so basically they did everything they could to save this girl, but then in episode 13 she dies again, which is basically that same concept, that even though you do go back to change the past, like what is destined to happen will still happen. That's kind of like the concept I feel they took from Steins Gate, but nonetheless, it's a great concept. I like what they did, how they used it in Steins Gate, and I like to see how they're using it in Tokyo Revengers as well. Yeah, so that's my take, and that's kind of like what I was looking to give out in this video. So, tell me what you think. Tell me if you feel, them taking that idea works well for them. If how they used it is very much different from how they used it in Steins Gate, the similarity, and which iteration you feel is better. So yeah, let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, thanks for joining Anime-ation. Bye.
Watch me as I break down in the safe house that I built myself. I'm a letdown in the old town.